Hey everyone, I'm Shana and you're watching Recipes Are Simple. Today we're making char hor fun, delicious rice noodles and soupy egg gravy with prawns and chicken. An extremely popular rice noodle dish here in Singapore and Malaysia, so let's get started. This recipe requires 8 large prawns. With the circuit breaker in place here in Singapore and partial lockdown. I'm not able to go grocery shopping as much as usual, so this video does not feature the prawns. We also have 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of chicken. It's been cut into small pieces. It's chicken thigh meat here. If you have the prawns, please add this as well. We're going to marinate it together. So 1/2 teaspoon of corn flour here. If you're adding the prawns, add 1 teaspoon. 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of Asian sesame oil to this mix, and mix it all together and just set it aside briefly till you get all your other ingredients ready. The measurement of soy sauce and sesame oil is the same even if you're adding the prawns. So we're just going to marinate that, set that aside, and let's take a look at the other ingredients. We need 420 grams of hor fun noodles. These are white rice noodles. Today all I got was the fresh noodles that comes prepackaged at the supermarket, but I really prefer the fresh noodles that you get from the wet market. It's much better. And as a third choice, we also have dried hor fun noodles that you can follow package instructions and cook accordingly. So in the case of these prepackaged noodles, rinse the noodles in a bowl or in a colander under running water till the oily residue washes off. Then add some hot or warm water from the kettle all over the noodles, and then rinse once more. Set the noodles aside in this colander to drain. And now we look at our fresh ingredients. We have 3 tablespoons of chopped spring onion, 5 large cloves of garlic, and a thumb-sized piece of ginger. So we're using the white portion of spring onion chopped, sliced garlic like this, and big slices of ginger with the skin. To make that delicious eggy soup of char hor fun, we need 2 eggs. Lightly beat the eggs. Do not overbeat. We can set this aside. And for the vegetables, we're using any type of Asian spinach, 3 to 4 stalks. Use sawi spinach or bok choy. So just clean them and rinse them really well and chop off the base. We also need 6 cups of hot stock. 1 cup is 240 mils. So 6 cups of chicken stock or vegetable stock. Today I'm using vegetable stock. So char hor fun is an absolutely delicious and comforting dish that personifies the essence of wok hai. So what is wok hai? Wok hai translated means wok heat or breath of the wok. It is the intensely gratifying aroma as well as taste that can only be imparted by a fiery hot wok and some good tossing skills. This is the signature essence of most of your favorite Chinese dishes that you feel you just can't replicate at home. While extreme heat is essential, it's about more than heating your wok till it's burning hot. It takes practice, but it is not impossible to achieve this irresistible, smoky flavor at home. It's really important that the wok should be heated slowly. Put it on a low heat and give it some time to get piping hot. Don't rush it. Put it on that low heat and gradually heat up the wok. Don't add oil till the wok is smoky hot. Once the wok is as hot as live coal, all your protein and vegetables should be ready and chopped and good to go. So now we're adding 1.5 tablespoons of oil. I'm using peanut oil. Just swirl the wok to coat the wok nicely. Spread the noodles over the wok and fry gently. Toss gently till the noodles are evenly colored. Next, add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce to coat the noodles well. Once again, just toss it lightly till it's evenly colored. Then you can set aside these noodles in a separate plate and then wipe clean the wok. Heat the wok again gradually on a low to medium flame until smoking. Add another 1.5 tablespoons of oil to the wok. Swirl the wok once again to coat it nicely, and then you don't want to heat the oil too long before you start adding the ingredients. Immediately add the sliced ginger and garlic. The wok will smoke up really strong at this point. You might also get some flare up, so just stir fry the ginger and garlic briefly. You don't want to discolor them. And to this we're going to add the marinated chicken and prawns if you're using them. At this point we have turned up the heat to the highest possible. You really want that high heat for this dish. Once the chicken has changed color from pink to opaque, you want to add the spring onions and then just toss again once more till fragrant. At this point you do want to add the spinach, but I forgot it, so I'm adding it later. We're going to add half a teaspoon of dark soy sauce, that's the thicker soy sauce, and then you're going to stir it well till everything is colored nicely. This gives the chicken a nice color as well as some flavor. To this, we can add all of the stock, 6 cups of vegetable stock that I'm using. You can use chicken stock if you prefer. We're just going to bring the stock up to a simmer, and since I forgot the spinach earlier, I'm just going to slightly fry it separately. You just want the spinach to wilt down. You could have actually added the spinach along with the chicken, so I'm just going to add it at this stage. It also keeps the green color brighter when added like this. Now we're going to season the soup with light soy sauce and oyster sauce. So up to half a cup of soy sauce and up to 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. But you really do need to taste your stock before you add it. So my stock was already quite salty, so I only added 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Once you've seasoned it to your liking and the soup has come to a boil, add the corn flour slurry. This is made by mixing together 3.5 tablespoons of corn flour with 5 tablespoons of water till completely dissolved. After adding the slurry, wait for the soup to thicken slightly. It takes just under a minute. Now take a long wooden ladle and stir the soup in circular motions in one direction to create sort of a whirlpool effect. Then reduce the heat to a very gentle simmer and pour in the lightly beaten eggs in a circle over the soup. Stir again with the ladle gently and slowly in one direction. The raw eggs will cook almost instantaneously as they spread and feather into ribbons. Don't cook too long. As soon as the eggs have just set, turn off the heat. Now for the final but essential seasoning, add half a teaspoon of white pepper powder into the hot soup. Just stir through. So I'm just stirring the noodles that were prepared earlier, and then we're going to pour this hot, lovely, eggy soup over the noodles. Gently stir, and this delicious concoction of rice noodles and prawns and chicken and vegetable and egg is absolutely delicious, absolute comfort at its best. Serve hot with chili padi, and I hope you enjoyed this favorite recipe from Singapore and Malaysia. Hope you tried the recipe. Hope you enjoyed this video recipe tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I have lots more recipes coming, recipes from everywhere, recipes for everyone. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye.